Forget positive affirmations. I believe shadow work is the fastest way to transform your life. Shadow work has been a profound part of my life, and shadow work can also be described as inner work, doing the inner work, like self-awareness. So shadow work is where we start to become aware of our behavior traits, our personas that we pretend to be. We become aware of our true self, anything that we have been hiding and denying in ourselves. So what shadow work really means is becoming aware of all of those traits, those personalities, and shining the light of awareness onto your shadow, because we all have that shadow side. So when it's referring to doing the inner work or the shadow work, is that we are diving deep into our shadow side. We're diving deep into everything that we have hidden in the darkness. So shadow work can really help you evolve and grow, because you become aware of everything that you have been pushing away and aware of things you may feel shameful of. So when we dig down deep and we're able to illuminate and self-analyze ourselves, we're able to transform our lives, because then we become aware of things that are no longer serving us, let go of that, or shine the light and integrate parts of ourselves that would highly benefit our lives. So forget these like affirmations of like, I am a millionaire, the universe is always good and giving, and I am like grateful for this life, when actually those things are very superficial. We can't transform our lives just by saying an affirmation. We have to dig deep into the shadow, the wound, and become aware of things that are actually holding us back. And that's how we do inner work. So there are several ways to do shadow work. And if you want some help with doing shadow work to get started, I have a free shadow work journal prompts. This is a huge list of journal prompts that you can go through either on a daily basis, once a week, to help to begin that shadow work journey, to become aware of parts of you that you have been suppressing and denying, and maybe help you to heal that inner child wounds. So if you want to get your hands on this absolutely free shadow work journal prompts, just click the link in the pinned comments below and download now. So journaling has been such a huge impact in my own life, because when I started doing shadow work, that deep self-analysis and self-awareness work, I was able to become aware of parts of myself that were toxic, that actually were on autopilot, or parts of me that like I had been suppressing and pushing away. And so when I started going through my spiritual awakening, I just felt this call, this desire, this pull to really go inward. And this is what we all go through when we go through that spiritual awakening, or we want to grow and evolve. We feel that pull to kind of isolate and go within and sit and be with that. And at the time, I was just journaling and going very deep. And journaling actually helped me to understand the whys, inquire about my own personality, helped me to understand my behavior patterns, how things were playing out in my own life. And whenever I would feel something rise within me, either a resistance, or I would question, why do I do that? Why am I acting like that? That's a bit odd and strange, I would actually go and journal. I wouldn't ignore it. I would try to just understand that behavior or that feeling much more deeply. And it wasn't till like a year later, or even more so now, I realized I was actually doing deep shadow work. I didn't realize at the beginning it was shadow work, because I thought shadow work, or the shadow side, was some ghostly demon. I actually did believe that it was something to be frightened of. And I think when we hear the word shadow, we think of like the dark, this ghost thing that we've denied, and there's going to be all this suppressed demon within us. And I literally thought it was like that, and it's absolutely not. And so now I realize actually I was doing lots of deep inner work, that shadow work. So when we are becoming aware of these shadow sides, how it feels, how it's holding us back, then that is majority of the work done. Just becoming aware of it is pretty much, you're almost there. And sometimes when we're doing this inner work, it's about just letting go of that past, reaffirming to our own inner child, because our inner child, it can reside in our shadow as well, reaffirming to them that they are loved, they are whole, they are complete, and reparenting that inner child, or actually beginning to integrate the shadow side and illuminating parts of us and embodying versions of ourselves that we have suppressed. And so this is the fastest and quickest way to actually transforming our life, is becoming aware of it and doing that deep shadow work. Because we can say all the positive affirmations and thinking thoughts of a better life, but when it's stored in our conscious, stored in our shadow, stored in our bodies as well, we're still going to operate from the frequency of lack, scarcity, unworthiness, all these limitations that we impose upon ourselves in this physical world. We will be operating from that. So it's not the fastest way to transform your life by just saying things over and over again. I'm not saying they're not helpful. They are good to put you in a positive mindset, but this work is deeper than mindset. It's deep self-analysis work. And when we begin to do this kind of work, this is when it has the most impact on our lives, and we can transform for the better. But what we don't want to do is become in this shame awareness, what I found myself stuck in. And if you want to dive deeper in what shame awareness is, check out this video here where I dive deeper into that, so then you don't get stuck in that too. So with that being said, I'll see you in that video. Much love.